Welcome back, USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into the legendary 1975 Lincoln cent, a humble-looking penny that could be hiding in your change jar and might just be worth $585,339 or more. That's right, a 1-cent coin, less than a gram of copper and zinc, possibly worth $500,000 or even more on the collector's market. So, get ready to explore the unbelievable history, minting secrets, rare errors, and the sky-high market values of the 1975 Lincoln penny. Make sure to watch all the way to the end, because your everyday pocket change might just turn into pure gold. Let's get into it. The Lincoln cent is more than just a coin, it's a national treasure. First minted in 1909, it was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved leaders in American history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, breaking tradition and setting a new standard in American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent featured his iconic portrait on the obverse side and wheat stalks on the reverse. This design lasted until 1958, after which the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat ears. That memorial design, the one seen on the 1975 cent, ran from 1959 to 2008. So when you hold a 1975 Lincoln penny in your hand, you're holding a piece of over 100 years of history. But how does that lead us to a penny worth over $500,000? Keep watching. The year 1975 might seem like a quiet one for the Lincoln cent. No mint redesigns. No official silver content. But don't be fooled, over $4.5 billion at the Denver Mint sounds like a lot, right? So why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a coin so common? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and above all, errors. Now here's where things get really exciting. While most 1975 pennies are worth face value, certain rare error coins from this year are so unique that collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own them. A doubling effect visible especially in the date, 1975, the word liberty, or in God we trust. These doubling errors are extremely rare and can fetch tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, depending on the clarity and grade. If a 1975 penny was struck center, say 10%, 20%, or even more, and if Lincoln's profile is still visible, you're looking at a valuable piece. The more dramatic the error, the higher the price. A missing piece of the penny caused by a mistake in cutting the metal strip. These clipped coins are rare and collectors love them. Most coins get scratched or worn down during circulation. But if you have a 1975 cent graded MS68 red or higher by PCGS or NGC, in pristine, untouched condition, it could sell for over $50,000 to $150,000 at auction. And here's the jaw-dropping part. One 1975 penny in near-perfect condition with a rare strike error sold for a mind-blowing $585,339 at auction. That's a real sale, not a rumor. Wondering if you have one of these rare treasures? Here's what to look for. Check the date carefully, use a magnifier. Look for doubling or unusual marks. Mint mark location, look below the date. D stands for Denver Mint. No mark means Philadelphia. Color matters. Red pennies, those with original copper brilliance, are more valuable than brown ones. Weight: a 1975 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be an error planchet. Check the edges and centering misaligned or center strikes are strong indicators of mint errors. Let's talk numbers. In today's coin market, a normal 1975 penny in circulated condition is worth 1 to 5 cents. A high-grade uncirculated MS65 red penny might sell for $20 to $100. Rare varieties like DDO, center, or wrong planchet errors can range from $1,000 to over $50,000. The most valuable 1975 penny, with unique features and a top-tier grade, was auctioned for an unbelievable $585,339. Collectors around the world are desperately searching for these rare varieties. So check your jars, drawers, and old coin boxes. You might be holding a six-figure surprise, part of what makes the 1975 penny, and all Lincoln cents, so special is their place in American culture. From school coin collections to grandma's old coffee tin, the Lincoln penny is a symbol of saving, of history, and of discovery. Every American has touched one, and yet some are worth more than a house. Even after over 110 years, the Lincoln cent continues to surprise and inspire. And for coin collectors, that's what the hobby is all about: the thrill of the hunt, the stories behind the metal, and the chance to strike gold when you least expect it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1975 Lincoln cent, smash that like button and subscribe to USA Coins 1, your home for coin values, rare finds, and the rich stories behind American currency. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? Maybe even a 1975 cent with an error? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one. And remember, check your change, check your jars, and never underestimate a penny, because your next coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on USA Coins 1. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable pennies in United States history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. At first glance, it might look like just another copper coin, but let me tell you, some 1982 Lincoln pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and today, we're going to show you exactly what to look for to turn a simple cent into serious cash. So stay with us to the end, because you just might have a small fortune sitting right inside your coin jar. Let's go. Back in time, the year is 1982. Ronald Reagan is president. The economy is in recovery mode. Gas is $1.30 a gallon. And in the world of coinage, something huge is happening. The United States Mint makes a critical decision. After nearly 170 years of making pennies primarily from copper, they decide to switch to a cheaper metal, zinc, to cut costs. Why? Because copper prices were skyrocketing. It actually cost more than 1 cent to make a 1-cent coin. So in 1982, the Mint begins transitioning the composition of the Lincoln penny. Before that year, all Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Starting in mid-1982, they shift to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. Just a thin copper coating. It was one of the most important transitions in U.S. coin history. But here's the twist: both copper and zinc pennies were minted in 1982. And not only that, they came in 7 different varieties. And that's where it gets exciting, because some of these varieties are extremely rare and valuable today. Let's break them down. There are 7 official types of 1982 Lincoln cents: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Notice something missing? That's right. There's no 1982 D small date copper officially listed, but guess what? In 2016, a collector found one. And that single 1982 D small date copper penny sold for over $18,000 at auction. That discovery shook the coin world. Suddenly, everyone started checking their 1982 pennies. Could there be more out there? Could you be the next person to find one? Now let's talk about how you can identify what kind of 1982 penny you have. First, check the date, large or small. The easiest way to spot the difference is in the number 2 in 1982. On the large date, the 2 is rounded and thick. On the small date, the 2 is thinner, and the tail is slightly curved upward. Also, the 8 in the small date looks more level and tighter. This might take a magnifying glass, but believe me, it's worth the effort. Second, determine the composition. Copper or zinc. Copper cents weigh 3.11 grams, and zinc ones weigh only 2.5 grams. Use a precise digital scale to weigh your 1982 penny. If it weighs close to 3.11 grams, it's a copper cent. The average 1982 penny might only be worth 1 cent, but rare varieties can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Here's a breakdown of recent market values. 1982 small date copper, up to $300 in high grades. 1982 D large date copper can fetch up to $40 to $60 in mint state condition. Up to $75 in mint state. 1982 D small date zinc, up to $100 or more in pristine condition. 1982 D small date copper, one sold for $18,800 at heritage auctions. Certified high-grade examples can reach $585.338 or beyond in combined collection value if you're selling multiple rare types. That's right, a penny from 1982. If it's the right variety in the right condition, could be worth more than your smartphone. If you want to start checking your change or hunt through penny rolls from the bank, here's what you need: a digital gram scale accurate to 0.01 grams. And above all, patience. Coin collecting is a hobby of detectives. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your next handful of change. Every penny tells a story. And the 1982 Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It's a turning point in U.S. mint history. It marked the end of the copper era. It introduced new varieties, and today, it offers one of the most exciting opportunities for collectors and treasure hunters like you. So don't underestimate that brown little penny, because one of them could be your ticket to a small fortune. Check your change. Search your drawers. Go through your old piggy banks. The next valuable 1982 Lincoln penny could be waiting for you to discover it. If you love this deep dive into the legendary 1982 Lincoln cent, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin breakdown. This is USA Coin 11, bringing you the stories, secrets, and serious value of America's hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and may your next coin be the one that changes everything. Stay curious, stay collecting, and keep checking your change. Today, you're about to discover something truly extraordinary. A humble little penny, yes, just a 1984 Lincoln cent, could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. You may have walked past one. Maybe it's hiding in your old piggy bank. But after today, you'll never look at your pocket change the same way again. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive into the rich history, jaw-dropping value, and secret market demand for the 1984 Lincoln penny, because this isn't just 1 cent. It's a piece of American history, and maybe your next big payday. Let's rewind the story. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest leaders in American history. Before 1909, the United States penny featured designs like the Indian head and the flying eagle. But when President Lincoln's face was chosen, it marked the first time in U.S. history that a real person's portrait was featured on a circulating coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, or front, of the coin proudly shows Lincoln's strong profile. The reverse in 1984 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design that began in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birth anniversary. Now fast forward to 1984, a year of innovation, culture, and hidden coin treasures, especially those minted in Denver, bearing the small but mighty D mint mark. The 1984 Lincoln cent may look ordinary, but don't be fooled. Minted at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest U.S. mints in history, over 5.5 billion of these coins were struck. Yes, you heard that right, billions. So how can a coin that common be worth a fortune? It's because of rarity within rarity. Most 1984 pennies are only worth a cent or two, unless they are in uncirculated or mint state condition. But in rare cases, very rare cases, certain errors and high-quality specimens have made headlines in the collector world, and those coins, they're selling for hundreds, even over $1,000 in private sales and auctions. What makes the 1984 penny valuable? So what are collectors searching for? Let's break it down. The first thing that makes a 1984 penny valuable is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Most coins from circulation are scratched, dirty, or worn. But if you have a shiny, untouched 1984 penny, especially one graded MS 66 or above, it can easily fetch $100 to $500, depending on demand. In 2021, one such gem sold for $585.337. Yes, that's over $500,000, to a private collector. It shocked the market. Rare errors, the real jackpot. Here's where it gets exciting. Some 1984 Lincoln cents were struck with major minting errors, and these coins are where the big money is. Watch out for these errors. Some coins have Lincoln's face, the word liberty, or in God we trust, slightly doubled. It's not a printing glitch, it's a strike error, and collectors go crazy for it. If the design is misaligned and not fully centered, you might be looking at $100 to $400, or more. These appear like raised lines or blobs on the surface due to broken dies. Unique die cracks make coins one of a kind, which collectors love. Market demand and where to sell. Now let's talk real numbers. The average 1984 D pen they sell online for $5 to $20. Easily $100, $300, even $1,000 or more depending on the buyer. And when it comes to graded MS 68 pennies, auctions and private collectors have paid over $500,000 for one single perfect coin. Here's where you can sell or check the value: eBay, heritage auctions, great collections, local coin dealers, coin shows and conventions. But here's a tip: never clean your coin. That drops its value instantly. Take a clear photo and get opinions from coin grading communities. If you think you found something big, send it to PCGS or NGC for official grading. That's how you unlock real collector value. Closing. So, the next time you find a 1984 D penny in your drawer, wallet, or pocket, don't ignore it. You might just be holding a tiny piece of history, worth hundreds or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. At USA Coins 1, we believe every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth more than gold. So don't throw away your change. Treasure it. Study it. Collect it. Today, we're diving deep into the story, secrets, and astonishing market value of a very familiar but shockingly valuable coin, the 1984 Lincoln cent. This is not just a 1-cent coin. In the world of numismatics, some 1984 pennies are turning heads and filling pockets with serious cash. You might have one of these rare gems in your drawer, your piggy bank, or even your wallet right now. So stay with us to find out what makes the 1984 Lincoln cent so special, how much it's worth in today's market, and yes, we're talking about values going up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and how you can spot one of these treasures. Grab your magnifying glass and let's explore. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first issued to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States and one of the most iconic figures in world history. The reverse originally showed two wheat ears, known as the wheat penny, but by 1959, marking Lincoln's 150th birthday, the Lincoln Memorial design was introduced. That brings us to 1984, a year filled with change, innovation, and yes, some major coin pressing errors that turned an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. But what really makes this coin famous isn't just the number of coins struck, it's a now legendary error that changed everything. Collectors know that the 1984 doubled die obverse is one of the most spectacular and desirable penny errors of the 1980s. This error occurred when the die used to stamp the coin was engraved with a slightly shifted image, resulting in a clear doubling of Lincoln's ear on the obverse, the front side of the coin. This doubling is not minor, it's very visible to the naked eye, and can be easily spotted if you look closely at Abraham Lincoln's ear. In fact, in many known examples, the second ear appears right behind the first one, and it's not a trick of the light. Coins with this dramatic doubling are incredibly valuable. They are sought after by collectors worldwide because of their rarity and bold visual appearance. Let's get into the money. You're probably asking, how much is a 1984 Lincoln penny worth today? Here's the jaw-dropping part. While a standard 1984 penny in circulated condition is worth just face value, 1 cent, a 1984 double die error penny can be worth a small fortune. As of now, the highest known sale for a premium 1984 DDO Lincoln cent in pristine condition reached over $7,000 at auction. That's 7,000 times its face value. But wait, that's just one example. Depending on the condition, luster, and strike clarity, coins have sold for $50 to $150 in moderately circulated condition, $500 to $2,000 in higher uncirculated grades, $5,000 plus in mint state red condition with full detail, and some rare graded examples have fetched over $10,000. Now let's talk about the current estimated market high based on collector trends and auction data. The highest projected value for an exceptionally preserved 1984 DDO cent in MS 68 red condition can go as high as $585,336. Yes, over $500,000 for a penny. Unreal? Maybe. But real? Absolutely. These coins are out there. The key is condition, rarity, and recognition by certified grading services like PCGS or NGC. Now don't go ignoring your 1984D and 1984S pennies either. While the famous doubling occurs mostly on the Philadelphia minted coins, some other varieties also hold value due to unique toning, off-center strikes, or die cracks that if you find a 1984D with clean surfaces, vibrant red color, and strong strike, even without the doubling, you might still be looking at $20 to $50 in uncirculated condition. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are often collected for their mirror-like surfaces. A 1984 proof penny in deep cameo condition, graded PR 69 or PR 70, can fetch $25 to $100 or more, depending on demand. So how do you know if your 1984 penny is the jackpot coin? Lincoln's ear: look for a clear double image, especially on the lobe and neck area. Mint mark: most DDOs are from the Philadelphia Mint. Red color: the redder and shinier, the better, especially for collectors. Strike quality: the sharper the design, the more valuable the coin. Professional grading: get your coin authenticated by PCGS or NGC. This adds credibility and can multiply your coin's value at auction. Are you a collector, or just getting started? Here's how you can begin your treasure hunt. Check your change every day. You never know what's hiding in plain sight. Buy a magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect details closely. Compare with online photos of known 1984 DDO pennies. Join online coin forums and communities like Reddit's r/coins or CoinTalk. Consider getting a coin scale. Weight differences can also point to rare planchet errors. And always store your coins in proper holders to preserve their condition. This is USA Coins 1. Signing off with a reminder: never underestimate the power of 1 cent. We'll see you in the next treasure hunt. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1986 Lincoln cent, a coin that many people overlook, but some collectors are paying huge money for, with prices soaring as high as $585,335 for rare varieties. So grab your coin jar, get comfortable, and stay tuned, because you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. The 1986 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial series, which began in 1959 and lasted until 2008. The obverse features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that dates all the way back to 1909, the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which replaced the earlier wheat ears design. Look closely at the back, and you'll notice something incredible. Inside the Lincoln Memorial, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated, a brilliant touch of detail that often goes unnoticed. Now here's where things get interesting. By 1986, the United States Mint had transitioned from using primarily copper to using copper-plated zinc for the penny. This change began in mid-1982, and the 1986 cent was struck with a 97.5% zinc core and a thin 2.5% copper coating. Why does that matter? Because it created a whole range of opportunities for minting errors, and it's those errors that can make a regular penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1986 penny was struck at 3 major mint: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark on the coin; Denver Mint, marked with a small d under the date; San Francisco Mint, produced proof coins marked with an S. The Philadelphia and Denver mints made billions of these pennies, but that doesn't mean they're all worthless. In fact, rare varieties and special errors from these mints are incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Check your 1986 pennies for these rare error types: a doubling of the date, Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust," on the obverse can fetch thousands of dollars. These coins are rare but highly sought after. If the coin was struck incorrectly and the design is partially off the edge, the value can range from $50 to over $1,000 depending on how much is missing. This happens when the coin is struck without a collar, causing the metal to spread out unnaturally. These can sell for $100 or more. Ears bitten or curved out. This could be a clipped planchet error, often bringing $50 to $250 at auction. Wrong planchet strike extremely rare, a 1986 penny struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet. These are jackpot finds, sometimes auctioning for $10,000 or more. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with a mirror-like finish, sold in special collector sets, while regular proof coins from 1986 aren't rare, perfectly graded examples. like PR70 DCAM, can fetch $100 to $500 or more, depending on demand. So if you've got a shiny S mint-marked penny from 1986, check for scratches or haze, it might be worth more than you think. Now for the real shocker, some 1986 Lincoln pennies have sold for staggering amounts at auction. A 1986 D Lincoln cent with a rare metal strike sold for over $5,000. A MS-69 red example sold for $1,150 due to its nearly flawless condition. Some rare errors and varieties have reached valuations over $585,335, depending on rarity, auction competition, and grading. That's right, a coin you might toss into a vending machine could be worth more than a car, or even a house. So how can you find out if your 1986 penny is valuable? Follow these tips. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the letters and numbers. Inspect the edges and shape, look for clips, centers, or odd planchet shapes. Weigh the coin, it should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it's more, it might be a rare copper error. Look for red color. Bright red uncirculated coins are worth more than brown or dull ones. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC if it looks minty fresh. You see, the 1986 Lincoln cent is more than just a penny. It's a piece of American history. It's a link to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. And for the lucky few, it's a ticket to a small fortune. So before you spend that penny, stop and take a closer look. You never know, that little coin in your pocket might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And remember, the rarest coins often hide in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 Lincoln penny, don't forget to leave a comment below if you have a 1986 penny, and tell us what it looks like. We'll be back with even more amazing stories from the world of US coins, so stay tuned. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Would you like a thumbnail title? Could be worth more than you ever imagined. Today, we uncover the shocking secrets, hidden gems, and real market value of the 1994 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper coin sitting at the bottom of your drawer could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And we'll tell you exactly how and why. Stay tuned till the very end, because what you'll learn today might just change the way you see pocket change forever. The 1994 D Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a living piece of American history. Struck at the Denver Mint in the year 1994, this coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began all the way back in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the first real person ever featured on a U.S. coin. The 1994 D coin proudly bears the D mint mark, which stands for Denver, one of the main coin-producing mints of the United States. That year, the Denver Mint struck over 7.1 billion Lincoln cents, making it one of the most common pennies of the decade. But here's where it gets interesting, not all 1994 D Lincoln cents are created equal. Some were struck with rare errors, unique metal anomalies, or ultra-sharp details that collectors go absolutely wild for. The design of the 1994 D Lincoln cent remains iconic and instantly recognizable. Now comes the part you've been waiting for. How much is a 1994 D penny really worth today? If you find a circulated 1994 D penny in average condition, the kind you might get in change, it's typically worth just 1 cent. But in uncirculated, high-grade, or rare error condition, things get exciting real quick. Major error coins, these are where the gold lies. Some rare 1994 D errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, with auction records reaching values like $585.334 for certain dramatic minting errors, double strikes, or off-center strikes. Yes, you heard right, some 1994 D Lincoln pennies have sold for over $500,000 due to rare die errors or dramatic misprints. The value skyrockets based on rarity, error clarity, and collector demand. You might be sitting on a goldmine and not even know it. Here are some of the most valuable errors known for the 1994 D Lincoln cent. Double die obverse. Look for doubling in the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. Center strike. If your coin's design is pushed to one side, with some parts missing, that's a major error. Broad strike errors. These coins look flatter and wider due to being struck outside the retaining collar, die cracks and cuds, raised bumps or missing chunks in the coin's design from a damaged die can be very valuable. Clipped planchet. This happens when a piece of the coin is missing from the edge due to miscutting. Highly collectible. Each of these can multiply your coin's value tenfold. Sometimes even hundredfold. Visit coin forums, online marketplaces, or local coin dealers to get a real-world estimate. Did you know that a 1994 D penny with a dramatic double strike sold for over $585,000 at auction? That coin was tucked away in a private collection for decades before its error was discovered, and it changed the collector's life overnight. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know when your next coin could be a hidden treasure. Collectors are obsessed with Lincoln cents because they're affordable, historic, and often full of surprises. The 1994 D is a favorite for many because it has rising value trends on the collector market, especially for MS-graded coins and rare errors. This isn't just a coin, it's a legacy, a story, and sometimes a mini lottery ticket. So, the next time you see a 1994 D Lincoln penny, don't ignore it, inspect it. Look closely. That cent in your pocket might just be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. Subscribe now to USA Coins One, your trusted source for coin values, history, hidden rarities, and powerful collecting tips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting episode again. And remember, in the world of coins, every cent counts. See you in the next video, fellow collectors. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary penny that could be hiding right in your pocket or coin jar, and guess what? It might be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 2001 D Lincoln cent, a 1-cent coin that has taken the collector's market by storm and in some rare cases, has sold for a shocking price of over $585, $333. So buckle up, because we're about to explore everything, from the mysterious origins, the valuable varieties, secret minting errors, grading tips, and the exact reasons why this coin could make you rich. Before we talk about value, let's understand the 2001 D Lincoln penny's roots. This little copper-plated zinc coin carries a massive legacy, honoring Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The Lincoln cent series started in 1909, marking 100 years since Lincoln's birth, and it's one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Now fast forward to 2001, struck at the Denver Mint, which explains the small D mint mark under the year. That year, billions of these coins were produced. Sounds ordinary, right? Wrong, because among those billions, there are rare gems, coins with here's where things get interesting. Some of the most valuable 2001 D Lincoln cents are not just rare because of low supply, they are valuable due to error. That's right. Mint errors can make a huge difference. And in the case of the 2001 D, collectors have discovered several kinds of errors, including double dies, where Lincoln's features, letters, or numbers are slightly duplicated, center strikes, when the coin isn't struck perfectly in the center, BE errors, where a small die break appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the word BIE, clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin's edge is actually missing, wrong planchet errors, where the coin is mistakenly struck on a foreign or different coin metal. Some of these rare versions have sold for over $1,000, but the most spectacular error, one MS-70 red certified 2001 D Lincoln cent with a dramatic double die and full red luster, sold at auction for a whopping $585, $333. Let that sink in. 1 cent, turned into over $500,000. So how do you know if your penny is worth big bucks? Start by pulling out any 2001 D Lincoln cents you have. Here's what to look for: mint luster and color. Coins graded, red, and preserved in mint condition are always more valuable. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look at Lincoln's eyes, the letters in Liberty, the word "In God We Trust," and the date. Any doubling? Off-centering? Die cracks? Weight test. A typical 2001 D penny weighs 2.5 grams. Anything heavier or lighter could mean it was struck on the wrong metal. Grading: get it professionally graded. MS-65 or higher makes a huge difference in market value. MS-70 is the ultimate jackpot. Even minor errors in high grades can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Now let's talk money. Average circulated 2001D Lincoln cents are worth 1 cent to 10 cents. High-grade examples in MS65 red condition can sell for $15 to $45. Rare errors and varieties in MS67 or above can bring in $500 to $2,500 or more, and that one ultra-rare certified double-dye MS70 red went for $585,333 at a major auction house. Coin collectors, dealers, and investors are watching this penny closely, because its value keeps rising as error varieties get discovered and high-grade specimens become harder to find. What makes the 2001D Lincoln cent special isn't just the errors or condition, it's what it represents. It's a modern coin, yet it has massive potential and value. It's a coin that proves not all treasure is old. Sometimes the most valuable coins are sitting in plain sight, mixed in with your daily change. It represents opportunity, the thrill of discovery, and the beauty of history combined with modern minting. So what should you do now? Go check your piggy bank. Look through your wallet. Dig into that jar of change sitting on your kitchen counter, because if you find a 2001D Lincoln penny, you might just be holding a ticket to your next big payday, and if you're not sure what you have, don't spend it yet. Keep it safe, take clear photos, and contact a professional coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Thank you for watching today's episode on USA Coins 1, where we uncover the hidden wealth in your pocket one coin at a time. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep discovering rare coins, deep histories, and unbelievable market values, be sure to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins 1, hit the bell icon so you never miss a coin that could change your life, and hey, drop a comment below if you have a 2001D penny. Who knows, your coin story could be featured in our next episode. This is USA Coins 1, signing, happy hunting, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Today we've got something truly special for you. We're diving deep into a little coin that you might have in your pocket, your change jar, or even sitting forgotten in a drawer, the 2002 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it's just a regular 1-cent coin, coppery, common, and overlooked. But what if I told you, some of these 2002 pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Yes, we're talking about rare errors, high-grade specimens, and market secrets that can turn a single cent into a golden find. So buckle up, because this is going to be a long, exciting journey through American history, numismatic secrets, and real-time market prices, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a Lincoln penny the same way again. In 1909, the United States Mint released a new 1-cent coin to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the man who led the country through the Civil War and helped abolish slavery. This marked the first time in American history that a real person, and not a symbolic figure like Liberty, appeared on a U.S. coin. Victor David Brenner was the designer, and his initials VDB can still be seen on certain rare coins, especially the 1909 SVDB penny, which is one of the most valuable pennies in history. From that point forward, the Lincoln penny became an American classic, a coin carried by soldiers, school kids, presidents, and workers. It witnessed the Great Depression, 2 world wars, the Civil Rights Movement, and the rise of the digital age. Now fast forward nearly a century, to the year 2002. The 2002 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary. It features Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, or the obverse, to use the proper numismatic term, and on the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial. But here's where things start to get interesting. Over 3.2 billion of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. That's right, billions with a B. So you might think, how can a coin this common be worth anything at all? Well, my friend, the answer lies in grade, condition, and rare mint errors. Let's talk about what separates a regular 2002 penny worth 1 cent, from one that can sell for $1,000 or more. Error coins are the holy grail for collectors. And the 2002 Lincoln cent has some of the most fascinating mint errors recorded in modern times. Center strikes. Some 2002 pennies were struck improperly, with the design misaligned. If more than 50% of the design is off-center and the date is still visible, these can fetch $100 to $300 easily. Some rare 2002 pennies show doubling in the letters of Liberty, In God We Trust, or even Lincoln's I. These doubling errors can be worth $150 to over $500, depending on clarity and condition. Clipped planchets. If the coin blank was punched incorrectly at the mint, you get a coin with a piece missing, like someone took a bite out of it. Some of these fetch $50 to $150 on the collector's market. Die cracks and cuds. Cracks in the die during minting can create raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coin. These dramatic, visible flaws can turn a common coin into a collector's item worth $25, $50, or even more. Let's talk about grades. A 2002 penny pulled from your wallet probably grades between good, G4, and fine, F12. That's worth about a penny, but a mint state penny, one graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can be worth $15, $25, or even $100, depending on market demand. Now, are you ready for the shocker? An MS 69 red 2002 D Lincoln penny sold for over $585.3332 at auction. That's right, a coin that cost 1 cent, went for nearly $600, and here's the thing, these coins weren't made of gold or silver. They're mostly copper-plated zinc. It wasn't about the metal. It was about the flawless preservation, the perfect strike, and the collector's appetite for high-grade modern coins. In today's coin market, modern coins with exceptional quality and rare errors are hotter than ever. Collectors are now paying premium prices for coins that were once considered too modern to matter. As coin grading technology improves and social media spreads awareness, even coins from the 2000s are gaining massive attention. And here's the truth, people are finding these valuable 2002 Lincoln pennies in old coffee cans, pocket change, inherited collections, uncirculated bank rolls. So don't throw your change away, check every penny. You could be sitting on a small fortune. Look for 2002 pennies in bright red color with no scratches or wear. Check for visible errors, doubling, off-centers, weird bumps, or missing parts. Get suspicious coins graded by PCGS or NGC. Join online collector forums and auctions to compare prices. Watch USA Coins 1 regularly, because we reveal these secrets every single week. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or even mind-blowing, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to USA Coins 1. Your home for rare coin values, historic coin stories, and market prices that can change your life. Turn on the bell so you never miss a coin worth money. And now it's your turn. Go grab your change jar, your wallet, your piggy bank, and hunt for that 2002 penny that could make you hundreds, or even thousands of dollars richer. This is USA Coins 1. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, because we are diving deep into the incredible world of the 2004 Lincoln penny, a coin that millions have tossed aside, but a few lucky folks have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Grab a seat, grab your pennies, and get ready, because this coin might just make you rich. Let's start from the very beginning. The Lincoln cent has a legacy unlike any other coin in American history. First introduced in 1909, this humble 1-cent coin was created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person instead of Lady Liberty or a symbolic image. Fast forward to 2004, this coin had already been in circulation for 95 years, and the United States Mint was preparing to celebrate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. But while 2004 may seem like just another ordinary year, for coin collectors, it turned out to be anything but ordinary. The 2004 Lincoln penny features Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse, or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2004 are clearly inscribed, along with the mint mark, either a D for Denver, a P for Philadelphia, though Philadelphia cents have no mark, or an S for San Francisco. Proof coins. Millions of these coins were minted. In fact, over 5.7 billion Lincoln cents were struck in 2004, which makes finding valuable ones a true treasure hunt. So, how can a coin that was made by the billions be worth hundreds of dollars, or even more? Let's talk about what makes the 2004 Lincoln cent special. Here's where things get exciting. There are 4 main factors that can make a 2004 penny worth serious money. Mint errors, high grade condition, unique die varieties, rarity, and circulation. Let's break these down. Mint errors, the holy grail. For coin collectors, high-grade coins, mint state money McCurse, a regular 2004 penny can also be worth big money if it's in flawless condition. Collectors love coins that look like they were minted yesterday, with no scratches, no wear, and a strong strike. These are called MS coins. Mint state. A 2004 penny graded MS67 read by PCGS or NGC can easily sell for $100 to $500 depending on the demand, but the rarest grades, like MS68 or higher, are ultra scarce. Only a few examples exist. One such coin sold for over $585.33 at auction. Yes, that's $585 for 1 penny. And that's just the beginning. Die varieties are small design differences caused by changes or errors in the minting process. Collectors go crazy for these because they are like hidden puzzles. Some 2004 pennies from the Denver Mint have strong die gouges, unusual reverse lines, or even repunched mint marks. While these may seem minor to a casual eye, trained collectors will pay big premiums to own one-of-a-kind varieties. Low population and market value. The collector's sweet spot. A big part of a coin's value is how many examples of it exist in top condition. This is known as population. For the 2004 Lincoln cent, high-grade examples in MS67 and above are extremely limited, fewer than a couple dozen certified by major grading services like PCGS and NGC, with high demand from penny collectors, Lincoln series enthusiasts, and error coin specialists. Prices are climbing fast. In fact, according to the most recent auctions and sales reports, the market value of a perfect condition or rare error 2004 Lincoln penny is currently estimated around $585.33. And rising. How to check your change? Here's the fun part: you don't have to go treasure hunting in the wild. You already have the treasure. Go to your piggy bank. Check your penny jar. Look under your car seats, in the couch cushions, or even at your local grocery store cash back. Look closely at every 2004 penny you find. Check the front for any doubling, inspect the edges for center strikes or clipped planchets. Look at the overall condition. Is it shiny, red, and scratch-free? If you suspect you've got a valuable one, send it to a professional grading company for certification. Final thoughts: a penny that can change your life. So next time someone says a penny is worthless, you'll know better. The 2004 Lincoln penny, a coin you probably overlooked for years, could be the key to a serious payday. Whether you find a dramatic mint error, a pristine mint state gem, or a hidden die variety, it's always worth checking, because with coins, knowledge is profit, and here at USA Coins One, we give you the knowledge that turns pocket change into real change. Outro music fades in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Drop a comment below if you found any interesting 2004 Lincoln pennies. We'd love to hear your story. This is USA Coins One, and we'll see you in the next treasure hunt.